Medea is a 1969 Italian film directed by Pier Paolo Pasolini, based on the ancient myth of Medea. The film stars opera singer Maria Callas in her only film role and is largely a faithful portrayal of the myth of Jason and the Argonauts and the events of Euripides' play The Medea. In the film, Medea is a sorceress who helps Jason steal the Golden Fleece, but she is betrayed and banished by the king of Corinth. She plots her revenge with the help of her brother and her children, leading to a surreal and violent finale. The movie delves into themes of betrayal, vengeance, and the clash of cultures. Pasolini's artistic vision and commitment to challenging societal norms are evident in this film. The dark ending, which depicts Medea's murder of her husband, children, and her husband's lover, reflects Pasolini's dramatic and adversarial personality. The film serves as a love song to Maria Callas, showcasing her powerful presence on screen. Medea remains a haunting exploration of human emotions and the consequences of betrayal, set against the backdrop of ancient Greek mythology. The film's striking visuals and Maria Callas's performance make it a unique and memorable cinematic experience. Psycho is a 1960 American horror film produced and directed by Alfred Hitchcock. The screenplay, written by Joseph Stefano, was based on the 1959 novel of the same name by Robert Bloch. The film stars Anthony Perkins, Janet Leigh, Vera Miles, John Gavin, and Martin Balsam. The plot centers around an encounter between on-the-run embezzler Marion Crane, played by Janet Leigh, and shy motel proprietor Norman Bates, played by Anthony Perkins. After stealing $40,000 from her employer, Marion sets off to drive to her lover's home in Fairvale, California. Along the way, she stops at the Erie Bates Motel, where she encounters Norman. A heavy rainstorm forces Marion to stay the night, but her decision leads to a horrifying and suspenseful chain of events. The film is known for its iconic shower scene, masterful direction by Hitchcock, and Bernard Herrmann's memorable score. Psycho is considered one of Hitchcock's best works and has had a significant influence on the horror genre. It set new standards for acceptability of violence and deviant behavior in American cinema and is often ranked among the greatest films of all time.
A maniac. She just goes a little mad sometimes.
Planet of the Apes is a 1968 American science fiction film directed by Franklin J. Schaffner. The screenplay, written by Michael Wilson and Rod Sarling, is loosely based on the 1963 novel by Pierre Boulle. The film stars Charlton Heston, Roddy McDowall, Kim Hunter, Maurice Evans, James Whitmore, James Daly, and Linda Harrison. In the film, an astronaut crew crash lands on a strange planet in the distant future. Although the planet appears desolate at first, the surviving crew members stumble upon a society in which apes have evolved into creatures with human-like intelligence and speech. The apes have assumed the role of the dominant species, while humans are mute creatures wearing animal skins. The film's groundbreaking prosthetic makeup techniques by artist John Chambers and its memorable score by Jerry Goldsmith contributed to its success. It was well received by audiences and critics, earning a lifetime domestic gross of $33.3 million. Planet of the Apes was nominated for Best Costume Design and Best Original Score at the 41st Academy Awards, and artist John Chambers received an honorary Academy Award for his makeup work. In 2001, the film was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. The Holy Mountain is a 1973 Mexican surreal film directed, written, produced, co-scored, co-edited by, and starring Alejandro Jodorowsky. Following Jodorowsky's underground hit El Topo, The film was produced by the Beatles' manager Alan Klein of ABKCO Music and Records, with John Lennon and Yoko Ono providing production money. The movie was shown at various international film festivals in 1973, including Cannes, and had limited screenings in New York and San Francisco. The Holy Mountain is a visually striking and thought-provoking exploration of spirituality, symbolism, and human nature. Its surreal imagery and unconventional narrative challenge viewers to question societal norms and seek enlightenment.
Of their secret of immortality.
The Wicker Man is a 1973 British folk horror film directed by Robin Hardy and starring Edward Woodward, Britt Ekland, Diane Salento, Ingrid Pitt, and Christopher Lee. The screenplay, written by Anthony Shaffer, was inspired by David Pinner's 1967 novel Ritual, and the film score was composed by Paul Giovanni. The plot centers on the visit of a police officer, Sergeant Neil Howie, to the isolated Scottish island of Summerisle in search of a missing girl named Rowan Morrison. Howie, a devout Christian, is appalled to find that the inhabitants of the island have abandoned Christianity and now practice a form of Celtic paganism. The film delves into themes of religion, sexuality, and the clash between traditional beliefs and modernity. The Wicker Man remains a haunting and thought-provoking exploration of ancient rituals, belief systems, and the mysteries of human behavior.
Queen of the May!